Hey guys, this is DFD, aka Dark Frozen Depths, back with another Kamihime project video. Now, this one, I am using a different microphone. I'm testing a headset that I could use with my PlayStation 4, but I can also use with the computer. So it's like a headset with a microphone. But anyways, something big I've just noticed, which may reshape how some things are done with this. For those of you that know, there's miracle tickets they do every so often. Well, this one happens to have some major stuff. Of course, if you want a specific Kamihime, there's a lot of them. There is loads and loads and loads and loads of SSR. I am going to scroll through to the end because that's the one that matters. And there was a character I really did want, but now things are different. But okay, Dogda, hard to pronounce her name. She's the last one to show up for that one. So she's the most recent SSR Kamihime. However, this is where things get interesting. Now, normally the add-ons aren't really worth it too much. I mean, there are a few that can go up to like 60%, but nah. And then the Kaiser Dragoons are actually pretty good, but you should be trading for other characters over the Dragoons. This is where things get pretty interesting. Now, for those of you that did want SSR Diabolus, well, she's in there now. She's not necessarily the best pick. She's strong if you know how to use her correctly, but I personally wouldn't recommend her. Now, you already noticed that there's some add-ons that are really, really good. There is Seiryu, who will revive and heal party members. It is random revive. I'm guessing that are the ones that are dead. And it heals everybody. When you max Limit Break her, she will randomly revive 2 party members and I think give a 5,000 HP heal. She's pretty good. She's one of the 4 Divine Beasts. Well, I shouldn't say 4, I should say 6 really. There will be 6 later on. She's very good. But and oh yeah, you could get Arkami Hime too with this. I wouldn't do it. But Suzaku, who's the next one I wanted to show. There's a move she does called Flame Bind, which is like a no timer paralyze. It just lasts for a turn instead. So it gives you all the time in the world to think. As far as I remember, when you max Limit Break her, she will get, I think, remove 2 debuffs and then get 2 turns of that Flame Bind. But there's people on the DMM side that's actually using her a lot more, especially given some of the newer enemies they have to face, so she's actually quite worth it. However, the one that's probably worth the most, you've already seen her. I will flat out have to talk about this one. Bayako. She gives a specific buff that's in its own multiplier, which increases the damage you deal. It starts off at 50%, meaning you literally get 50% more damage unless you're hitting the soft caps, in which case those will still apply. But when you max Limit Break her, it becomes a full-on double damage 1 turn. Or not even a turn, the next attack they really do. So you probably want to do it with a burst or something like that. She is incredibly strong. Incredibly strong. My suggestion, if there's not a Kamihime you really, really want, get this Eidolon. She is stupidly good. She is crazy good. That's all I can really say on that one. It is, like, you see her stats, you see her summon effect. The only downside is that these Divine Beasts don't have a good main effect, so setting them as a friend add-on is not really recommended. But when you get one of them, by all means put it put it in your sub slots. In fact, Bayako is so good that even off element, she is very, very powerful. So, that said, those of you who are getting the miracle ticket, consider her. Consider her. If there's a Kamihime you want more, then Bayako can wait. Because there are some Kamihime that are very key to a team. Me personally, I think I might still get Marduk instead of Bayako. There might be some that should disagree, but it depends. But also consider the fact that the Divine Beasts are just as hard, if not harder to pull than 100% add-on. So if you do not feel confident in getting any of these, Divine Beasts, definitely. But now that they are in the miracle tickets, you have to consider that. That's something you may need to look into. But anyways, other things you may want to consider, if you already somehow have every single SSR on the list and for some weird reason don't want more Divine Beasts, at that point I'd consider you a huge ultra whale. But if for some reason you have or don't want any SSR that's shown, that's where you may want to consider an SR. I don't know. But quite frankly, SSR is the way to go. And even then, I'd still go as far as recipient duplicates because, let's be for real, let's be honest. If I had all the SSR I wanted, then I would easily be going for a duplicate weapon that's powerful, like this ring. That book is also pretty strong. One of the strongest ones happened to be a light lance I'm looking for. Yeah, this one. And it's not just that, there's other weapons that are pretty good too, like the Kamihime that just popped up on the list at the end of it. Dagda or Dogda, it's hard to pronounce her name. This is also a very strong weapon, considering what it final breaks into, which is Assault, Defender, and Pride. And it's a hammer, which leads to a strong null weapon effect, which is 30% more assault for the Vandal Hammer. That's something else to consider. But again, go after Kamihime that you do not have and you definitely want to get, or if you don't do that, go right after Suzaku and especially Bayako. Seiryu is also pretty good too, but unless you're element matching, she's not as much priority compared to Bayako, and even less priority than Suzaku if you want to be honest. My suggestion in order would be Bayako, Suzaku, then Seiryu. And then on top of that too, they're probably going to add more to the list considering that these three are in here. So there's that. But by all means, definitely worth getting this miracle ticket just because of those three are in here. So that's all I really got to say with that one. Anyways, that's all for this. There's still some stuff in the Magic Jewel Gacha too if you really want to try it with certain things. Like they got rate up for Nuwa and Tish. I just pulled Nuwa, in fact. I doubt I'd get a Tish Lance, but quite frankly, this is the one I'd aim for given the time being, because this is not going to last that much longer, so start throwing your gems and possibly some extra star coins if you have them in there. Because when the limited is gone, you can't use magic jewels on it anymore. So that's something to keep in mind too. Burn all your magic jewels on the limited gacha until you get all three characters. But this is just a drop rate up increase for characters already in the game. Don't worry about the second one. The first one with Fire Shamos is the one you worry about. But anyways, that's all for this. More of this will come soon. I am possibly planning on I said I wouldn't normally do it in the last video, but I am possibly planning on trying to use a Thunder team against Ragnarok Ilyanka, but there's a catch. I'm going to try and do purely stats, as in no weapon skill effects whatsoever, and see how that goes. Considering that I'm getting this much power, I could probably get a little bit more with certain weapons too. And I don't have to worry about skill effects. I can just toss in whatever gets the most power and go from there. But anyways, that's all for this. More is going to come soon. And again, consider Bayako, if not her, Suzaku. If you don't want either one of those two for some reason, go for Kamihime. You don't have same typical miracle ticket stuff, but the fact that they're in that miracle ticket makes it a lot more worthwhile, and they were already good to begin with. But again, that's all for now. More of this will come soon, and take care.